Before we got on here, I was actually reading one of your articles about, I think it's Fire Lab, that China subsidiary where they're collecting DNA data from a wide number of countries. What do you think their intentions are with that?
Yeah, and just to give viewers a sense of what that was about, we, well, the people that that we interviewed for the article was struck by China's global effort to collect DNA information and just create massive catalogs of human DNA. And there are all kinds of potentially legitimate reasons you can do that. You can you use combine these databases of DNA information with information about diseases or hereditary diseases and try to figure out ways to combat some of the biggest disease threats to the human race. So that's a good thing. But you can also use the same tools to target people because of their genetics. That you can use DNA to identify that you're from a certain ethnic group or you have a susceptibility to certain kinds of viruses more than other parts of the population. And so you can potentially create a weapon, a biological weapon that would be fairly selective and would kind of go after your enemies, but preserve the people that you want to live. That's a little bit it sounds like science fiction. A lot of people think it's probably not likely to happen for a few years. But the Chinese in their literature, and particularly military strategists over there, talk about this: the potential for a biological weapon that would be selective, that would be based on genetics. The Russians have talked about it too. It's something that's a little bit over the horizon, but if that happens, the consequences are just it's hard to put your head around. We lost how many million people in COVID, which turned out to be not that virulent after all. And if you have something that kills 10, 15% of people that it infects, you're talking about it just magnitudes of difference in terms of the lethality.
And to be able to accurately target it. I mean, who needs a nuclear bomb if you can just drop a biological agent that targets a specific person or group of people, and then there's no damage to any of the infrastructure, there's no damage anywhere except to those individuals.
Yeah, the cities and the trains continue to run. You've just killed a lot of your enemies, and so that it's chilling to read some of the Chinese literature on this, and some of it perhaps is speculative. Maybe they're just kind of thinking out loud, but they talk about things like that. That if you can master this skill, if you can create weapons like this, you could do more damage than a nuclear weapon, and you could do very little destruction. So it's in that sense, it's an ideal weapon if you can make it.